Yeah, I'm sure they are really into my content. They'll love the newest episode of
Fallout
random
4.
stuff I found. Yeah. I'm done with Fallout 4. I'm not making another Fallout 4 video for a while at least.
Makes a video that's like 170,000 views. Doesn't return to that topic ever again.
Yeah, no, I'm done. You can't make me.
All right, then. With that, welcome back to the Idiots on the Airwave podcast, where we're back from hiatus again, as I bonk my microphone. Sorry. Well, good to be back, I suppose. Good to have this thing going again.
It's okay.
It's all right. You know?
Yeah, it's all right. I would say that overall, it's all right being back.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah. Well, just a cool thing to do, I suppose, because why not? Anyways, yes, we were just talking about how you made a video that popped off for no reason at all.
And then I stopped uploading.
in classic Adventure Karma fashion, he just leaves the whole thing.
Yeah, there's not, like, I've done all that I'll ever do, so.
Yeah.
No real point in trying to continue. Like, I've peaked.
What are you planning on doing next, then? Like,
I have a Minecraft video and then a Fallout 76 video.
a return to Minecraft, back to the roots.
Not really. It's not.
It's not one of those
not
Let's
like
Play
that,
videos?
No, we're not. We were not going back to the Dark Ages.
Aw. Sad hours.
Maybe we are.
Oh.
Maybe I'm just lying.
Maybe I'm returning
Maybe
as a
my
video
next
editor?
move
No.
is to completely stop.
Aw. Quit YouTube once he hits
Yeah,
2,000.
maybe that's my next move.
Oh, gosh. What games have you been playing recently, other than Fallout?
What have I been playing recently? Pal World. Really,
Oh.
that's what I play with my friends right now. Other than that, I've been grinding my way through Fallout 76, and Minecraft. Actually, I've gotten back into Minecraft recently.
Nice. Everyone says I should get back into it, but it's so different from what I remembered it back when I first got into it. I'm kind of scared.
It's really not that different.
Okay.
It's really not.
There's very situational
There's
differences.
just like more stuff now, and it looks slightly better.
Yeah. They upped the graphics on the...
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, mining is completely different now. Like, what even is Blackstone?
Blackstone?
I don't know what it's called. Deep Slate. That's what it's called.
Oh, yeah. That. Yes.
Blackstone's something different.
How is Pal World? I've heard many mixed things about it and have not jumped on that. I missed the trash can.
What's that thing?
I don't know. I've heard that the servers crash all the time and then you lose all of your progress and save files get corrupted. I hear that maintenance for it is minimal at best and that the gameplay isn't that great. It's very buggy and you can do some pretty broken things. I don't know. I've heard a lot of things. I don't know how. I'm afraid to jump on the hype bandwagon and kind of see how it is.
I have no hype for it. It's just like a decent game. I don't know. Yeah, crashes sometimes. I've never actually experienced a crashed or a corrupted save file, but
Lucky.
I mean, certainly annoying. And yeah, it has a lot of bugs. Yeah.
But it's one of those nice casual games you play with friends.
Yeah, like there's a lot of games with the bugs in them. That's kind of how games work now.
Yeah, which is really.
I mean,
weird.
have you seen Mario 64?
That's
that
an
game
old
is
game,
mostly bugs, just
bro.
piled on top of each other.
I swear, if they find another bug, it's like walking is a bug.
Yeah, you weren't even supposed to do that initially.
Yeah.
That was a mistake. They're just like, oh, guess we have to keep it in now.
Yeah. I play Mario 64 every now and then. I attempt a lot of the bugs, and it's pretty surprising how off things can be. But that was based on like limitations of technology. These games nowadays are like the limitations of your mental bandwidth, I think.
Yeah.
it's
There
kind
are
of funny.
limitations of how long we're willing to spend on this game, which is not very long.
Yeah. No, because like I was watching this video essay that was describing how Pal World and Lethal Company are the two games that have basically destroyed the modern gaming industry because nobody wants to pay for battle passes and super expensive games from the AAA companies. But then you go to the cheap / free side of Steam and you get something that's casually fun but so broken, and there's no like effort into maintaining it.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You should not spend money maintaining stuff. I'll die on this. Quality is just bad. Stop doing it. I mean, not really. There are times when you need quality.
This guy plays Counter-Strike Source with all of his textures turned off.
I would. That sounds amazing. Every video game should just give me the ability to drop it down to like 16 bits. I don't want textures. I just want vague colors.
I'm pretty sure you can do that for games about as recent as like 2012. Like I know you can do that.
Yeah.
I know you can do that with TF2, where you can just drop the graphics down so low that there's like 3 colors on the screen at once and a frame rate of like 15. So
I want to play Tears of the Kingdom as an 8-bit game, and I will not be happy until I am allowed to, Nintendo.
Port Tears of the Kingdom to the NES. I will get it. Yeah. I will let you know how it goes.
Exactly.
Well, people do that sometimes. Like, it was really funny because I didn't hear about this until the Valve DMCA, like, cease and desist order, but I didn't realize that people would actually degrade games to different consoles. Like, somebody was turning Portal and Portal 2 into a Nintendo 64 game.
Based.
It's like it's really funny to me because like recreating all the graphics and the physics to work with that console would be such an interesting project. Like I would totally love to play something like that.
I mean, there's people. I mean, it's not downgrading, but I know people are like building Fallout games in the newer Fallout games engines.
Mm-hmm. Right, and it's like,
yeah. I want to see that backwards.
People trade like old graphics for like efficiency or something, and it actually pays off a lot of the time. Like this genre that's officially, even though it's been a name for like as long as it's been around, boomer shooters, stuff that's reminiscent of like Quake and Doom and stuff like that. Games like Ultra Kill and Dusk come to mind in regards to that, and those, if you've seen those, it's like very low graphics, low polygonal, but very optimized because it's not super intensive on realism.
Yeah, because it's not trying to do anything. It's just like you got 3 textures,
right?
But like you're getting 900 frames per second.
Exactly. It's so great when you have that because like. It kind of recalls that meme, like Western game dev has been here. Like, how could you tell? Like 200 gigabyte game.
Oh yeah, I've been working my way through the Assassin's Creed games, and I have some of them on Switch, and like sometimes I'm like, is it just because it's the Switch, or were the graphics this weird? It's not like they're bad. It's just like they look weird.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Dude, I remember when Doom Eternal was ported to the Switch, and everyone made fun of the graphics at the time because it was so lackluster. Like, literally play it on anything else other than the Switch because it's so diminished in quality. Is that just a porting thing, though? Or is that, like, the actual, like, does it have to do with how it actually functions within the console? Because I know that the Switch could possibly take it all on. It's just a big computer like anything else.
I mean, yeah, it could, but the Switch is actually kind of a bad console.
Steam Deck.
Like,
Steam Deck did it better.
Yeah, in terms of like actual like console capabilities, as far as I'm aware, like the Switch is actually pretty bad. It's just that because it's Nintendo, it had so many actual Nintendo stuff that stuff like Breath of the Wild could get around it because it was built for the Switch. So stuff like Splatoon and stuff, it's fine because it's built for it. But whenever you try and port in other stuff, it struggles
Right.
sometimes,
Well, it
and
always
it just can't process like just heavier stuff. I believe I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard, and I always trust random people on the internet. They have no reason to lie to me.
That's true. But it's funny though because it's like, what happens if you would try to take those games out of the Switch and into something else? Like, have there ever been, like, I know that there's emulations of games as far back as the Wii U, but I haven't heard of like Switch ports that were necessarily successful or lived very long under Nintendo's watchful eye.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Even if you did do it, they would murder you.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
it's
pretty sure they only allow some things to go because they know nobody will actually buy them on like the actual console.
right. And it's not like they make
I'm
money
pretty
off
sure
of
that's
the.
it.
I mean, it's not like they make money off of the resells of other consoles, anyways. Like,
Yeah.
they don't get a piece off of that random eBay sale for a GameCube or a Wii. So emulation is just kind of out there.
Yeah, exactly. They don't care as much because they're not really losing money on it because no one's actually going to go pay them for that.
Right. Yeah. It's really funny too because I was thinking about it and it's like, how would it be if like somebody rebooted all of the Wii servers, like brought back all the channels? Because like I was at my girlfriend's house and I went to the internet channel on the Wii. If you don't remember, that exists. And
I know it exists. I always were confused because I boot up my Wii to play some Wii Sports, and it was like, "Would you like to hear about the news?" And I was like, "I am 9. No."
yes, same. It seemed very out of place at the time, and now I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
it was actually ahead of its time if you really think about it.
Yeah, but it still wasn't smart.
I know. I don't even know where it got its information. I never visited any of those channels as a kid. I was only interested in the games.
I just remember at some point you were able to watch Netflix on it, and I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I don't know why.
Dude. Oh,
The
dude.
idea
The
of watching
original,
Netflix
the
on
original
Wii.
Netflix build for the Wii was the greatest thing ever. I have so many memories attached to that. Like, I don't think you understand. That was great. And then Netflix and Hulu were like the things we had to watch TV back when we had a functioning Wii. And then we got Roku, so that completely...
Everyone has Roku. Roku is the only thing that exists anymore.
I know.
Roku is the new Wii. That makes sense.
No, yeah, totally. It was funny because I went to the internet channel and, the browser that runs it is actually the original Opera browser.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's powered. It says powered by Opera. You can look in the operations manual and it says that. It's not Opera GX. It's not Opera whatever other versions there were. It's the original Opera browser from the early 2000s that runs on the Wii. And would you believe it if I told you that it actually still works?
Yeah.
It's really, really bad because once you connect your Wii to your internet, which thankfully it can still do, you go into it and you type in a website with the motion controls, obviously, because you have to use the pointer to HTTPS and all that. But you go to google.com and it will pull up the current like Google Doodle of the day and the search bar. It's just that you can't use the search bar. And the website is so zoomed in that you can't do anything and you can't move it around unless you use the D-pad on top. And it's so broken because it still runs on HTML code that like is super outdated. So everything is like de-graphicized.
Oh my goodness, no.
Like, do you remember that Google font that was like the Times New Roman font or something similar, like way back when it was 3D?
I think so.
That's what it was.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
It couldn't even update to like what Google actually looks like now. It's hilarious. It can't even pull up YouTube because there's so much on it that it just dies. And then of course if you pull up like any other website aside from like a few select websites that don't require very much memory to run. Hey, I'm recording. Can you go on? Okay. Thank you.
No, join the podcast. They're a new member. I don't know who it was.
He's
but...
4.
Yeah, he. We're not that smart.
I know.
It's fine.
Yeah, and it's funny because if you punch in a couple other websites that aren't a select few low power or low memory websites, it just immediately boots you to a bad gateway error code like a 502, and just says
Mhm.
this website. It makes some software remark about how either the website doesn't run on software that the Wii supports, or that the Wii. It in some cases it literally says that the Wii is too old to actually get the website up and running. So
This is a boomer console. Please, please upgrade.
I can't believe that it's actually like 17 years old, the Wii itself. Like, that's absurd.
I'm older than the Wii. I did not know that.
Yeah, same.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, the GameCube and the Wii, we were born before, in between them.
I want to get a GameCube just to play like these old Pokemon RPG games. They fascinate me, and
No,
I want them.
just get a Wii, just get the game discs and get a GameCube controller. Because remember, the Wii takes GameCube discs.
Yeah, but I don't have a Wii.
You don't have a. What do you mean you don't have a Wii? You have a Wii and a Wii U.
No, my Wii is broken. I have a Wii U. I don't have a Wii.
Oh, oh no. Sorry.
Actually, did my Wii break? I don't remember. I think it did.
You don't even remember. Ah.
I know we don't have it. That's all I know.
The GameCube is a pretty magical experience, though, because it's a box with a lunchbox handle attached to it.
Ah, yes, box, the peak of console design. I don't know what we'd do if we didn't have a box.
Everybody was into the box designs, bro. I mean, come on. It's like the original Xbox. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Xbox. I wonder.
Have you ever seen
the
the
GameCube? Honestly, sounds like a rip-off Xbox. No, it's not the Xbox. It's the Cube. The GameCube. You can play games on it.
It's like that first.
different.
It's like the intro line to the first Transformers movie. Long before time, there was the cube. And like Optimus actually has to say that. It actually sounds serious when he says that.
The Cube.
The cube. And then you have like I have a PlayStation 4 now, and it's just this rhombus of a console. Looks better than its younger brother, though. I'll tell you that. Have you ever seen the pictures of like the original Xbox prototype?
No.
It's a literal X. Like, you know the Xbox logo? It's the literal X, just a big block of steel. And of course, it had to be downsized and made differently because that thing weighed like 30 pounds.
It's like, would you like to beat your family? Do we have the console for you?
This is how like 10-year-olds got into bench presses back in the day.
Yeah, lifting an Xbox.
Exactly. And then of course, maybe that's how iPad kids were formed. Like somebody told me once, like I was talking to somebody casually. I don't remember who and I don't remember where, but I remember this conversation. And somebody was trying to make the argument that iPad kids are merely the new DS kids or 3DS kids. And I took immense offense to that because they're nowhere near similar. But then I started thinking about it and I'm like, none of us were ever really raised on it. I know we snuck it into bed with us and like hid it under our pillow. I know I certainly did. But like 3DS is like the iPad thing of our gen. Does that make any sense to you?
Kind of, but not really, because they're referring to two different things. Like, yeah, no, that's not really how that works. Maybe.
It's also odd too because most
I don't think
people
that makes sense.
people who raise their kids on iPads don't even raise them on games. They raise them on like the media that you can watch off
On
of it.
Coco
Right?
Melon.
Exactly. Yeah. But like at least on the DS you had a stylus so you could animate your own stuff. I've been seeing more and more videos of those old school DS animations.
Dude. I lost my stylus after. I don't think I actually ever had a stylus. I'm pretty sure it was lost before I ever got to it.
I knew so many kids with DSs, but I only knew one kid who had a stylus, and he was like everyone's king. Like just because he had a stylus, he was like the ruler of us in our little gang.
Yeah.
Because it was so rare apparently to even find somebody with the DS stylus. So when you eventually found somebody that had it, they were like, "Oh, he's got
Yeah, it's
the
a rare
thing."
commodity,
Apparently, yeah, it could be its own currency.
honestly.
I'll
Yeah,
gladly trade my USD for Nintendo DS styluses.
yeah. They need to remake the Switch, but release it with a stylus.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, biggest downgrade. I only want my Nintendo products if they come with a stylus.
I only want my Wii U if it comes with a stylus. Wait, didn't the Wii U have a stylus too? Or was
Yeah,
it just a
it
touchscreen?
did. Nah, it has a stylus.
Oh, it does. Oh, nice. Aren't they releasing a Switch 2 though? I heard that there was plans for a second Switch as their new
I've heard that
console.
too, but I don't know. I don't pay attention to what Nintendo does. I just wait for people who know about Nintendo to tell me what they're gonna do.
I heard rumors about it. I don't know if it's real. I hope it's not because Switch 2 is the dumbest name for a console I've ever heard. Like, it makes sense in PlayStation's regard because they have generations of a console that's named the same thing over and over, but Nintendo has different names for like every single one of its consoles or modifications of it that
Yeah,
actually describe what it does to a certain degree or what it is. And Switch 2 is
yeah,
just think makes me think it's the Switch but with QLED screens.
yeah. It's the Switch, but in cube form. It's a three-dimensional Switch.
Maybe they meant Switch squared, Switch cubed.
So, yeah, Switch Square.
The Switch enters the fourth dimension.
Yeah, finally, four-dimensional gaming.
Oh my gosh.
It's
Just what I've
just
been
a
waiting
cube
for.
with screens on all sides.
Aren't those just those old like gaming kiosks from back in the 90s?
No, this is a new idea that's never been tried before.
Oh my gosh. I seem to recall, I don't remember if this ever happened. Do you know if there were ever like Wii kiosks inside of stores like Best Buy and stuff like that?
I mean, probably.
I mean, I know there were Nintendo 64 and I know they have Switch ones, but like I was trying to think because
Oh, yes, there were. Yes, there were.
yeah, okay, so what's not a faulty
Yeah,
memory?
no, there definitely were. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was like, I was trying to figure out earlier if it was a faulty memory, but like there, I remember playing games with a nunchuck and Wii remote on
Yeah.
the yeah.
I remember it specifically for the Wii U as well. I know they had it for
Yes,
the Wii U as well.
I remember that. Yeah, that might be. Oh, that might be what I'm remembering is the Wii and not the Wii. No, sorry, the Wii U and not the Wii. Because I was
That's true, but if they had it for the Wii U, they probably had it for the Wii.
yeah. I mean, because if they had it for the Wii, we must have been like what 2-3 years old.
Yeah, we would have been too young to comprehend.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, the Wii U. Oh, rest in peace. The networks. The networks. I'm such a weirdo. I find such a fascination in like trying to resurrect old media, and so like, oh, by the way, I have an addition to my collection of random vintage objects. Vintage, as in like
Yo.
mildly vintage. I have a VCR with a Toy Story VHS
Yo!
because I had this as a kid and I found it at a store for like $6 and it's right here. It works perfectly, no damage whatsoever. And these little
Yeah, you can really tell that these are popular collector items when they go for $6. You can really tell the value of VHS.
I like having it, and it's gonna be a way to digitize the old media that my parents have because they have a bunch of VHS tapes that have never been digitized. So I kind of need to do that at some point. But yeah, it has a DVD player in it too, which is also what we had as a kid. It was one of those 2-in-1 things. Pretty nice. I find it funny. Anyways, what have you added to your collections recently? Any cool item you've acquired?
No, I'm trying to find my DS. I know it's somewhere. I need to find it.
You lost your DS?
I don't use it.
Oh.
Okay? I don't play games on it. I wanted to.
Brother.
I know I have Pokemon Black, and I was like, I want to replay that. And I was like, I don't know where I put my DS.
Bro, I tell
It's
you
somewhere
what,
around
if I
here.
had a DS, I would carry it around more than my phone. I swear.
I got my friend into debt by just like sending him Pokemon stuff, and he like impulse bought. like
Oh,
DS and some games.
what?
I'm very proud of it.
Imagine racking up credit card debt because your friend goaded you into Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, that should be your new hobby. Is goading people into spending their life savings on frickin'
They should.
baseball cards.
No, baseball cards are useless. Nintendo Nintendo games are great.
Exactly. I say that, and Dad looks at me with the most incredulous look because he used to collect baseball cards as a kid. I'm sure he did. Were you one of those kids, Dad? Do you have a baseball card collection?
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
was one of those kids. Everyone was a nerd back then.
Sorry, what, Dad?
You'll never see it.
Why won't I ever see it? I sold it all. Oh, he sold it all.
Best thing he's ever done. Saying this as somebody who did like Pokemon cards, I don't know why I have such a disdain for baseball cards. But I'll carry it to my grave.
Oh my gosh.
Cringe hobby. Unlike the based Pokemon card collector.
It's you collect baseball cards. I collect Pokemon cards. We are not the same.
not the Except for all intents and purposes, we very much are
Exactly.
exactly the same.
Exactly the same. What do you mean? Oh, that's great. Meantime, now all I collect are guitar picks.
I collect dust because I haven't uploaded in so long.
Real. But it's so crazy because your channel is like more popular than all of my channels combined now, which is like,
Yeah, I know, it's great.
well done.
Amazing. I do nothing and I succeed. It's great.
You are the epitome of Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that's true. I make one like bad video and people are like, "Hey, this is pretty good. This guy knows what he's talking about." And I'm like, "Haha, yes. This was not written and recorded at like 1 a.m.
I guarantee your
What
next
do you
video
mean?
will get 30 views and that's it.
Probably. I hope so. I don't think my next video is very good, but I've written it and
That's what you said
I
about
wanna
all
put
your
it out
videos, and then this
yeah,
one
because
happened.
none of my videos are good. Nobody should be watching me.
And yet, here they are.
It's a horrible life decision, honestly.
Despite what your channel banner says, you won't regret it.
Yeah, you will regret it. I mean, you won't regret it because if you're here, you're clearly not all there. But it's not a good thing.
Behold, everyone, the most based YouTuber. He who craps on his fans for
Yeah,
liking his
they're
stuff.
awful. Why are you here? Go away.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Give me your money. I don't care if you like my stuff. In fact, you shouldn't like my stuff.
Yeah. If you like my stuff, there's something very wrong with you.
Real.
I mean, just look at my thumbnails. You can't look at those and tell me that. Tell me that I'm sane.
Your thumbnails are a work of art, bro. It's the most MS Paint thing I have ever seen in my life, and I love it. What do you even make them in? You Microsoft Paint.
I
right?
make MS Paint.
Yeah.
They're all made in MS Paint.
This man is proof that Microsoft Paint still works.
It does. It's the greatest art canvas software known to man.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing could beat it.
My little sister, who like draws in Krita and has one of those like touch screen pads with the big stylus and the glove, she got nothing on you.
Nothing on me with my mouse and my MS Paint brushes, which are all awful and never do what you want them to do.
They don't even smudge.
Yeah, no. And they overlay for like realism, but it just means if you actually try and use any of the brushes, every like line is just a completely different color.
You can't.
It's awful.
You can't even add a transparent PNG on top of anything because it'll just come
No.
up. It'll come up in the checkered background.
Yeah. The greatest software known to man.
Honestly. And then, of course, you know, they're going to... Sometimes I wonder if Microsoft is going to phase everything out of their old tools. Like, with Windows 10, they had, like, Paint 3D and stuff, but they still have WordPad, inside of their OSs for some
Of
reason.
course. Well, that's critical. I don't know
WordPad
how
is
you would.
way better than Microsoft Word. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I love typing in just a blank screen. When does the line end? No one knows.
That's Notepad, bro. That's your
Oh, is that Notepad? I don't
That's
even
Notepad.
know.
That's your .txt files, which hilariously enough, that's what I write all my video scripts on. I just write them up in a little txt file because it's the smallest
Dude, that-
possible thing I
psychotic.
can have. No, it's great. It saves files.
Psychotic.
It's great. It's like 2 kilobits, and I have all my information right there.
It's horrible. It's awful. Stop it.
No, Notepad
Ah,
is the way to go. Notepad is based. Okay.
Notepad is awful.
You know how based I am, Miguel. You know how based I am.
How? How based?
I'm so based that for my computer, I don't know if you noticed it on my most recent video that I uploaded today on my gaming channel, but I
haven't watched that
I have a
yet.
shell program on my computer that transforms the look of it into Windows 7/XP style.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And I even downloaded an extension pack that has all the original games. I'm talking Minesweeper, Chess.
Yo.
The original 3D chess that runs at like 5 frames a second, but it's okay because it was 3D on a glass board. Oh, dude. It's so great. With the hard mode and the colored... Oh, dude. Like, because I'm not kidding. Like, when I started playing guitar, right, my dad gave me this really old Windows Vista Home Premium
Oh no.
Toshiba laptop. It was the first computer that they ever used when dad and mom started their business. And it had all their old files. It had a bunch of old photos from back in the day. But dad allowed me to use it because it still had internet. So I would look up songs. I would look up guitar tabs. I didn't care if it took 10 whole minutes to load a YouTube video. It was great. I loved it. Windows Media Player on a Windows Vista computer hit different. And it was, oh my gosh, it was so great. And like having all the old games on there and like the appearance of it all was so interesting because it was so, and then like, of course now it's gone and it's dead. And like we threw it away ages ago because it just refused to even open anymore. So
They just gave up. It's like, nah, no.
yeah, but you know, them old computers, they had something about them. I want a Windows 95 desktop computer. Just to say that I have one.
I do not.
It's the best OS. No, I'm just kidding. The best OS is Windows 7.
Nah, it's XP.
XP?
Suffer.
Hey! How would you rate all of the OSs? Like, what's top,
I've
what's
literally
bottom?
only done like Windows 8 XP and like 10. No, wait, have I done 11? I think I have. XP is top, everything else is like mid.
Bold claims, my brother.
Yeah, everything else is cringe. It gets overcomplicated.
I've heard from many people that XP is the best. My dad loves the 7 OS. He just does. So we have his old Windows 7 gateway block with 500 gigabytes of a hard drive. It's great. But then like I've done Windows 11. It sucks. Windows 10 is fine only because it's not Windows 11. Windows 8 and 8.1 and 8.1 Pro, because that gateway computer up there on that shelf is an 8.1 Pro, is what I did my animation classes on for 3D animation. It's a weird operating system. It's like nothing else Windows ever made, because when you hit the start button, it doesn't just have a pop-up screen. It changes the entire screen. Like you are out of your desktop and you are now in like a file searching area. It is such an out of place area. Like if you want to open a program, it doesn't just open the program in a window on the desktop. It opens the program. Like it removes you from the desktop, and to get back, you have to slide to the bottom left corner, wait for the start button to appear because it's not there anymore. Hit it, and then slide up the sidebar to the desktop, and then you're back on the desktop.
Unfathomably
Windows
based.
8 is the weirdest. It's just odd. And like it's, but I love it so much because it's so weird, and it's like my first proper experience with a computer, as it were, because that's what I used to do school on and animation, and like that's where I learned most of my guitar actually. So it's like it has a special place in my heart, but it is awful. Like I would choose the original Windows OS over that, honestly. Then there's Mac computers, but we don't talk about those.
I hate Mac. I hate Mac so much. Oh, I had to back in middle school, I think, maybe elementary. I took a comic book class, and we had to make the comic books on a Mac. I hated it. It was awful. It was an awful experience. I complained about it constantly. Not a kid in that school was unaware of my position on Mac computers.
The faculty were notified of this bold claim.
I would. The best part is I would like constantly like complain about it, and my teacher would like never like say anything about it. He would just kind of be like, "Yeah, like, fair enough."
He's like, "It's me too, kid."
Yeah.
It's so weird because so many people still use Mac computers for stuff. Like, I went to a college that had a major in game design, like just to see what it was like, right?
Yeah.
And
oh, please don't tell me they're doing game design on Macs. That's the worst idea.
they do all their game design
No,
on Macs.
one button. You can't even
I know.
format.
I know. It's the dumbest thing ever because cuz you don't there's a type of processor that Macs use that aren't built to the level that it requires to do other functions that PCs do. That's why most games are only PC or Linux for the most part. And like,
yeah, Macs are not gaming computers.
Macs
They're,
are
like,
just
the
enormous
opposite.
phones.
Yeah.
Like, I'll consent with the idea that like the iPhones are good because like to be fair, the iPhones still have the best phone camera in any phone ever. Like straight up. But the computers just suck.
Yeah, no, they're gross.
My grandparents still have one of those old all-in-one Mac desktops. Like, before they became really bad, because that's what my aunt used to make all her old movies, and, like, she burned DVDs on that machine. Like, that thing, if it ever would turn on again, is actually a decent computer. I don't know what version of the OS it runs, but it's basically, like, the oldest, like, digital device that is in anyone's possession that I'm aware of. And
I feel like there are people with older digital devices.
Oh, I'm sure, but I don't know.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm pretty sure someone somewhere
But you know,
has something older.
Who has something older than this VCR, right?
Someone who has like an actual VCR that's not also a DVD player.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. It's so funny too because then like old stuff goes back into fashion and like I'm not saying VCRs are going back to fashion, but like vinyls.
Yeah, okay, I was about to
no, because
never gonna happen.
No, because tape copying.
Objectively, we have better ways of doing this now.
DVDs are so great. Tape copying is such a mess.
Dude, remember when you used to be able to buy physical computer games? That was a weird.
Yes. Yes. No, that was
strange.
Great. That was so great. Like, I remember having, like, a huge collection of computer discs, man. And granted, it was a lot of child's games, but, like, those games...
I didn't. Those were expensive. I've only now started playing actual video games.
Really? Oh, dude. No.
Seriously, until this summer, I didn't have, like, actual excess income that I felt comfortable spending. That's why I've only, like, recently played the Fallout and Assassin's Creed games.
That's fair. I have no discretionary income, and I buy new shirts just because I can. I am very irresponsible. It's a problem. I gotta fix that. But anyways, game discs. I mean, it's kind of funny to think about too, because sometimes I forget that game discs were actually a thing. Like Half-Life turned 25 last year, like the original Half-Life game, and
yeah.
I was watching the documentary that Valve uploaded of, you know, the creation of the original Half-Life, and they were like holding the disc, and you could see the case that it came in, and it was like an actual disc. And I was like, that's right. Games were distributed under labels, much like music, and they were distributed physically because computers had DVD-ROMs that could actually play games. And I completely forgot that was a thing because Steam didn't exist until... I don't even remember when Steam was created.
I don't know. Steam's always existed for me.
Yeah, as far
Ever
as...
since I actually got into games, Steam has been a market contender.
It's so weird, dude. Like, you can't even, like, have your own distribution of any kind of games anymore because everything's just on Steam. It's basically like the Google.
Yeah,
Steam is like the big tech of video games, dude.
Yeah, but to be fair, Steam will take anything. Like, to be fair, there's no quality control on there. They will take anything you give them.
Yeah, and for a very small fee.
Yeah, I've seen games where the people in the comments are like, I looked into the files. This is a crypto miner. And it's still up. Steam does not care.
There's so many games out there that are just for money laundering. I swear.
And Steam will take all of them. They will legitimize it all.
Because free speech or something. Which is not how speech works, but okay, Gabe. I
don't know, man. I think it's pretty cool. Where else would we get our awful free game?
Our 5th generation FNAF ripoff.
Yeah, dude. I find it so funny because I've actually been using Epic Games launcher.
No, not the launcher. Don't get me started on how every company has to have their own frickin' launcher.
Okay, but Epic Game gives you, like, free games. Like, good free games. Mm-hmm. So I use it. And, dude, the launcher, it's probably the best launcher I've ever actually used. It's actually good.
It's not even that good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is the best launcher because it functions. It does stuff properly. It makes my life easy. Steam acts as if it was made in 2005 and no one looked at it ever again.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually how it works. It just updates the UI for new colors or a new font.
They don't even, like, upgrade the UI. Like, a few years ago, they upgraded, like, the library UI. They didn't even upgrade the story UI. It was just the library. And they haven't done anything since.
I know. It's like when you go to Steam and you see the tab, like, store, library, inventory, profile, or stuff like that, right? And then you go up top, and there's another top bar in the old HTML text font in like those old like Windows like file explorer type thing, and you're like, it's so jarring and out of place. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, if the library looks good, people will think that we have modern design, and then you go like 3 seconds in and like, oh no. no thought was put into this.
I guess people just say that like it functions and call it a day.
Yeah,
but
barely.
not by much.
It functions the way old Fallout Bethesda games do. It's just kind of keeping itself together.
Yeah.
It's like 3 different systems in a trench coat. Just kind of like, yeah, we are working.
Makes
in
sense.
The most technical interpretation.
Oh gosh.
We do work.
Yeah. It does what it's supposed to do. Whether you are able to make it do it or not is entirely up to you.
There is a way to make it function. Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't tell you how though. But rest assured there is a way for it to work.
Speaking of Steam, though, there are some releases that I have wishlisted on Steam that I'm very looking forward to.
I have games wishlisted on Steam.
There's this game that Mick Gordon was supposed to make the soundtrack for called Routine that has been on my wishlist for 2 freaking years. I've heard nothing about it, and it's like I don't know when it's gonna come out. I don't know when anything's gonna happen, but you know. And then there's another. Right. I had to tell you this. So. You know how Steamboat Willie entered the public domain, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's been doing their thing, their spin on it. I mean, even Ola England, one of the Swedish metal guitarists that I'm a YouTube member for, made a shirt of Steamboat Willie on his shirt with his logo on it that says Chug Life, and like he can sell it, and it's great. It's hilarious. I bought 2 of them just because they're that funny. Like I said, I have no discretionary income. I merely
yeah. I was about to say, all right, that's an interesting use of your money.
Yeah. Oh, but one of the few games I am really looking forward to is a game that exists only because it's in the public domain now. Is a game called Mouse, and in the style of that 1920s 30s comic style, with a Steamboat Willie style characters. It's a shooter game, a boomer shooter game in the 30s cartoon style. It's like Steamboat Willie is like Gordon Freeman or something. It's like a Half-Life Doom clone, and it's awesome. Like the trailers for it, you should look it up. Mouse, it's amazing, absolutely amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. It seems to run very well, and it's slated for release on early 2025, I believe. So that'll be fun. And then another one, of course, shameless plug, is the game that I'm making the soundtrack for, which is Subject 9. We're actively taking resumes and what do they call them? I've completely blanked on the word because I'm a retard. Applications. Frick you.
I will brutally tear its storyline to pieces.
Oh yes, please do. We will sponsor you. Straight up. I'll ask the dude. We'll sponsor you to discuss and play our game. It's great. It's great. We're having a lot of fun.
Just send me the game. I don't even need a sponsorship. I just need game. All content is content. Again, much like Steam, I have no filters for what I will review. I will take anything.
Except for the free, like 18 plus Steam games that are money laundering.
Yes, I will
schemes.
not be reviewing those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It immediately gets monetized, just gets my channel banned.
Yeah, you just got on the AdSense, bro.
Yeah, and then immediately like, alright, I'm gonna make YouTube hate me now.
Oh man. Oh. I can totally see people doing that though, just like waiting for the money and then just like age restriction.
It's like, well, you can't stop us now.
Yeah. It's
checkmate, YouTube. We both need to make money, so you can't take away my profits.
Exactly. Anyways. No, it's good. For just to finish the plug out, Subject 9, the development team for Subject 9 is taking applications for programmers, developers, and anything in between. So join the Subject 9 Discord server, the community server, apply there, and hopefully you can get on the team. We'd love to have you. And yeah, that link to that server will be in the description of the video. So, anyways.
Or maybe it will be in the title.
Oh,
maybe
even
the title
smarter.
is just. Yeah, what if we just made the title to this just the link, which you can't click on because it's a title.
You have to copy paste it, which you can't do on mobile phones very easily. Oh, you're forcing people to watch this on their computer. Oh, that's brutal.
Oh yeah, if you're on your phone, good luck.
Yeah.
Mobile device, good luck, guys.
You know what? I'll do that just to mess with people. I'll do that. I'll just make it. That would be hilarious. That would be like the most genius marketing scheme ever. But it would probably attract so many bots, and we'd have to kick out so many like.
Oh, but I love bots.
Accounts.
Bots are funny.
No, not the bots.
I don't get bots in my comments a lot. It's like finding a friend when I see them.
Yeah, I don't have them
like,
very much
dude.
either. I think the moderation has gone up, but you know it's.
Or they understand nobody watches us.
Yeah. I used to get more bots on my music channel like back in like 1 or 2 years ago, but they all stopped. So like, I used to have to delete like one a week, you know. So.
Oh dang.
Anyways, just to ask, because I do want to know, what did you think, like unironically, of my most recent video essay?
Which one was that one?
The cheater video.
The cheater one? I thought it was fine. That person in your comments was very funny. I don't know what they were on about. Like, I'm getting a degree in history, right? So it's like I'm kind of like, yeah, I need to know what's up with other people who are not me, and I don't know what they were on about. Like, I don't understand their argument at all.
They sounded like they were either high or they lost a bet and just had to like say something
Yeah.
stupid.
I don't know what they're talking about. Like, even if they were right, it's like not even relevant. Like, okay,
Yeah, and then
no
call
one
me,
was talking about that.
and then you call me bigoted, and then say that like, oh, just because your culture doesn't like it doesn't mean it's not fine in others. And I'm like, I never said
Yeah,
that.
that's weird, 'cause
I never said that.
Yeah, and also it's not even like it's being like, oh, you're bad for saying what your culture is. like it doesn't make sense in any concept.
And then this poor guy in the replies to that comment was actually taking it unironically, like he was taking it literally and responding to it seriously. And I'm sitting there like, he's probably no. It had to be a troll. It had to be a troll. Like I pinned that. Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
It's great.
So funny.
I hope they become a longtime viewer.
Seriously, yeah. I hope they're subscribed.
Yeah, they're locked in. They're ready to just disagree with everything you say.
And then say that
Just no matter
just say
what.
that China does it better.
Yeah.
They'll report me to China, and then they'll have my YouTube channel banned. That would be the funniest thing.
Yeah, I'm sure China cares about a random gaming channel. Like, I
America.
won't stand for this.
That was funny. I don't know, man. That was really funny. And then there were those cheaters that actually did like comment on the video, which is exactly what I wanted. I was trying to see if I could actually attract cheaters to the comment section. Really funny story, actually. There's a small YouTuber, small TF2 YouTuber that's been popping up recently, who did an interview with the most notorious bot hosters in TF2. Because you know you're aware of the bot crisis, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah. He did an interview with one of the most nefarious of the bot hosters, the Deltatronic. He is one of the Tronic bot hosters. Omegatronic came first. I've experienced all three of them, but Deltatronic and Hexatronic are kind of his friends. They're not all the same person. And Deltatronic was basically trolling him the entire time in the interview that he had with him, and being very abrasive and like cold. And then because of other cheaters like bombing the comments, he took the video down, and it's no longer available to watch, despite how good of an interview and how informational it was. And
Bruh.
I was so frustrated because he even referenced the same video that I referenced in my video as an inspiration for making that video. And he took it down, and I was so upset because it's such a good video. It was a really, really good video. I almost sent it to you like at the time. But like it's just really funny because like I'm leaving the cheater comments like in the comment section because it's really funny to just watch them be like, oh, you can't impede upon my definition of fun, or it doesn't matter, it's just a game, just join another server, bro. And it's like I said in the follow-up video, that's not supposed to be a necessity to like join another server just because others are filling it up.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's actually gotten to the point where the bots have additional programming where they lag the server out.
Based.
It's terrible because like I was
I
trying
find
to.
cheaters funny.
They are funny.
I'm
They are
sorry.
actually hilarious. No, because like I was playing a match that I threw up on like the background of the follow up video. There were 4 blue team members, and I was on blue, and there were 4 of us, and there were 3 red members, and there were 2 spin botting demo men and 1 spin botting scout, and in TF2 there's this random crit mechanic, right?
Yeah.
And typically you have a higher chance of getting critical hits the more you play. But it caps out at about 60% per shot. You have a 60% chance per shot once you reach a certain threshold of what the game defines as good. These spin botters were getting a crit 1 time every 3 shots. which I did some other math and stuff, and it goes up to about an 80 to 90% crit chance, which isn't possible.
I just think they had their luck stat maxed out.
Honestly,
personally.
it was insane. We still won the round somehow, but like then one of the cheaters commented on my Steam profile, which is what I used as the thumbnail for this follow-up video. He ran to my Steam profile and commented on it, calling me like telling me how bad of a person I am for just saying that he's a cheater and that he should be kicked for ruining the enjoyment. And it's like they go to such great lengths just to make sure you like feel bad about yourself, right?
I think there should be cheat-enabled servers on every game. I think you should just have servers.
Totally, just to give them somewhere to be.
Oh. Yeah, I want to see like the limits you can be pushed to with hacking. It's like the meme about the Olympics, but they should just be able to take as many steroids as they want. Just find the limit.
Dude, I would totally.
I don't really endorse it, but I am.
Oh my gosh, I would totally watch a roided up Olympics. That would be the funniest thing.
I think it's super dangerous.
Oh no, it's the most dangerous thing. But if you're gonna do it, hey.
It would be entertaining, if nothing else.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It would be horrifying too, because I guarantee there would be athletes that go too far and then like have heart attacks on TV, and there's like 3 heart attacks in one event. But like, you signed the waiver, bro.
Okay, I don't know if that's how waivers work.
The steroid Olympics are not liable for your death, despite encouraging your death.
Yeah, despite pretty much being liable in every definition of the word.
Yeah, that's probably why it doesn't exist, but man, it would be funny if it did. Just give him something to do, you know?
Yeah, let's see how far this can go. Like, let's see them out, guys.
Hear it seriously, yeah. Oh, I mean, we have that for stinking fitness competitions. Like bodybuilding is like not natural at all. Everyone knows that for the most part. If you want to achieve a certain physique at some point, it does require PEDs because the human body isn't capable of healing itself as fast as the drugs make it in order to lift that amount of weight. Like in order to do that, your body would take days and days, even weeks to rebuild itself, and by then you've kind of flatlined at a certain physique, which is why military guys never look like as good as bodybuilders, but they're way stronger. Anyways. Performance enhancing drug Olympics. That would actually be hilarious. Like I was actually talking to my girlfriend about that recently because she brought that up and she was like, you know what would be really funny is if there was like a steroid Olympics. It's very funny that you brought that up because it's like I was just talking about that with somebody the other day. Oh man. Anyways, who is an up and coming YouTuber that you watch that's like really small but you're subscribed to them?
Oh shoot. I want to say one sec. Let me bring up what's going on.
We could do this like every week when we record this, like a small channel shout out, despite us being definitely smaller than they are.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
My YouTube. Let's go to youtube.com.
Oh,
Military Snake is pretty good.
Oh,
I will say.
Definitely. Do you record these OBS things on multiple audio channels, or is it all on one channel?
I just have my mic and then the desktop audio. I'm not good at OBS.
Okay, because there's advanced audio properties where you can split the audio channels, and it works better for editing because you can audio balance each one. I just didn't know if you did it, because if I do get your recording, I just needed to know.
No, not really. Where are my subscriptions? Am I stupid? I mean, I know I am, but
our podcast is literally named "Idiots" on the airwaves.
I don't. How many subscribers do you have? There's a Starve Harv with 73K who does poorly translated history videos.
Poorly translated?
Yeah, like he runs Wikipedia articles through like a bunch of really bad languages, like languages Google Translate is terrible at. And
Classical
what
Latin.
comes out the other end is,
Wow,
pretty cool.
that's hilarious. All right, that's the channel
See,
shout out.
the issue is I have this tendency to jump on people's channels like right as they're about to get big, so I can't really say that I watch small channels, but I usually find them when they're still relatively small.
Yeah, you can't say you knew them before they were cool, but it was like before they were cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you
Who
there.
are you? No, I don't know. You're not small either. Hold up. We're gonna keep going. I keep scrolling. Who is that, and why am I subscribed to you?
It
I
was
don't know who this person.
It
Oh,
was
I know
from
who this
10
person
years
is.
ago, back when you watched cringy Minecraft videos as a kid.
Yeah, I'm still subscribed to a lot of the old people I used to watch.
Yeah. I check in on like my old YouTubers every now and then, and they've changed so much. Like, it's not very fun anymore. Like, it's kind of like how Muselk went from TF2 to Fortnite back in the day. Like, I grew up with
Yeah, I definitely know what that means.
Muselk was like one of the undisputed kings of TF2 back when it was in like its prime of YouTube, as it were. And nowadays, it's kind of there's not really a definitive king of TF2 YouTube anymore because there's so many people. Banny is pretty much the greatest player on the internet because he's the most hardcore competitive gamer, but it's weird. But like I go back to get channels like Unspeakable Gaming or like Moosecraft or stuff like that, and like they don't.
Yeah.
And Unspeakable doesn't play Minecraft anymore and hasn't for like years, and it's really sad because his most popular videos are still those old Minecraft videos from like 7, 8, 9 years ago.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I'm that old. 9
You're
years. Jeez. I just turned 19. I can't believe it.
Old man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Comp, if you're into Project Zomboid, Comp does good videos. Yeah. There's Shades of Slay if you're into Fallout. I'm pretty sure I've only watched one of his videos, but I'm subscribed to him, and he only has like 900 subs.
Oh, wow.
But I think I liked his voice, so.
Good a reason as any.
Yeah. Who else? Who is small?
You only subscribe to the bigwig nerds on the History Channel.
Not really. But you kind of stopped doing. Random Whiz Kid is good.
Random Whiz. Why have I heard of that before?
If you're into Acceleracers or Lego City Undercover.
Fun. Very niche. Sounds like the guy plays a Hot Wheels video game.
Who do I watch? Who are these people? I've stopped watching so many of you. Why am I subscribed to the Walton Files? I don't watch you.
You subscribe to the Walton File? That stuff scares me.
I'm subscribed to a lot of people. Why am I subscribed to these people? I need to get rid of them. Big Ed, my favorite subscription I have.
Big
never
Ed.
unsubscribe from him.
Oh my gosh. I remember when you made that Big Ed style video.
Big Ed.
Yeah. Gosh, that was back in the day when I was still editing for you.
Yeah, not small, but if you like Bigfoot encrypted stuff, watch Bob Gimlin. Great. Fantastic. Amazing.
Excellent.
Seriously, amazing. Cannot recommend enough. Just scrolling through my subscriptions. Do. Who are you? Have you uploaded? I don't think he's uploaded. No, we're gonna ignore you.
Oh, by the way, did you hear? The Joe Rogan Spotify contract has changed. It is no longer exclusive to Spotify, and all the episodes are being back uploaded on YouTube.
I'm gonna be so real with you.
Didn't
I
ask.
do not care.
Yeah.
Don't watch Joe Rogan. So.
Neither do I. Only when he has guests on that I know, which is like once every 9 months.
Yeah, I don't have many good suggestions. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. My suggestions are very niche and pertain to the subjects that I enjoy as well, but they're like really small too. Like below 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah, yeah, that's not where I gravitate to. Because again, I find people when they're small, and like 2 weeks later, they're not.
It was because you found them.
Very cool.
The internet decided that because you found them, they deserve to be big.
Yeah, and the worst part is it's like always like right before their popularity spike, so I feel like a poser because I was like I was there before the rest of you, but also you guys like immediately followed me. So I'm not really was like there before they were cool.
You're in that like mid transition where there's like a generational gap, but it's more of a blur than a gap.
Yeah. Like, well, I was here before you showed up, but
right.
Not that far. Oh yeah, Spaceman Scott is good.
Spaceman Scott.
I like him. Yeah.
This video has been brought to you by the MLB because the spring training games are in the background.
I don't want to talk about it, but
Dad and I have been watching the spring training games, and I just rigged it up on my PlayStation, and I thought it was cool to just have on the background while I do work. So I was like,
are we gonna get claimed for that?
Well, I don't know why we should.
You're gonna come after us.
The audio isn't even audible, and there's like 50% of the screen even visible. There's no way they'll come after us. We have like 69 subscribers.
Man. This doesn't seem transformative.
Well, I guess you'll know when you know.
That's true. Actually, I won't know because you do most of that stuff. I'll know whenever this channel uploads my stuff, though.
Exactly.
YouTube's very good at telling me about that. It's like, thank you, but it's okay, guys. You can calm down. It's like, hey, you participated in this video. They're stealing your content. Like, yeah, I'm aware.
What, like that match game episode that I re-uploaded to the podcast channel?
Yeah, it's like, dude, this guy's stealing your content. And I'm like, I was there when it happened, guys. Thanks.
I remember you sending me that screenshot, and you had like the option to report all of my channels and like completely break me.
Would you like to wipe your friend off the face of the channel? The face of the channel. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that.
He's your friend. We know you know him because we know everything. We're Google. Would you like to just remove him?
Obliterate him.
Make sure he never uploads again.
Yeah, it's like claim, and then below it just like assassinate. Like, which one would you like to do?
When I open the email, I get a virus in my computer that flares that wasted message from GTA.
Yeah.
It just has that perpetually on my screen.
Another game series I need to eventually play.
GTA?
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Gosh, I have heard so much about the game for my entire life, and now that GTA 6 is coming out soon, everyone's like playing it again, and I'm like, there's no way this is actually worth it, is it? Like, what kind of game even is this? This is the game that like you build stupid maps for your YouTube shorts and your dopamine addicted TikTok brain.
No, that's true. Yeah, that is where that comes from.
It's that game from TikTok, bro.
Yeah, I should wait until GTA 7 comes out and like review all the games except GTA 6.
Exactly.
Skip it and never talk about it.
You are the type of guy to review games when it is at its least relevant point. Like, I cannot wait for your Doom 2016 review, because that game has been irrelevant ever since Doom Eternal came out.
It's been relevant since 2016.
It was out for a month. People loved it because it was the birth of Doom, like the rebirth of Doom, and then it was just like, yeah.
They're like, wow, we could do way better. What the heck?
I swear, the only people who ever stick around with games like Doom, or like games that are very like storyline, campaign, and like not much else, are like the speedrunners. Because they have
Yeah,
something to
they
prove
keep
to
things
themselves.
alive.
Speedrunners keep franchises and IPs from being completely wiped out.
Oh yeah. So Pokemon Z's coming out, right?
Oh yeah, I heard.
So
Yeah,
in
yeah,
great
yeah.
honor of that, I am planning on doing a video about Black and White.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah. So now that everyone's excited about Kalos and X and Y, I'm not going to do that because again, I don't.
I don't do
I
stuff
don't want
that's
to talk about
relevant.
them. Yeah, but I also don't want to talk about them. X and Y is the most disappointing generation, in my opinion. Maybe I do need to do a video just explaining why I have such an irrational hatred towards it. It's
Yeah.
not even a hatred. It's just mild disdain sometimes.
But it's
Overhyping
constant
everything
mild
like
disdain. It doesn't move and vary. You're just constantly disdainful towards it.
Yeah, to be fair, I need to revisit it, and I need to revisit the anime.
The anime X and Y and XYZ anime is easily the best anime in the entire show aside
keep
from the
telling me
first
that,
season.
but-
It's the most it's the best. It's the best. I love it. You have to see them. It's so great. I don't think you get it. It's like Ash. It is the only seasons in the entire franchise where Ash isn't 10. He's like 17.
Yeah, exactly. Ash has to be. Is he even Ash if he's not a child?
Right. He's not Ash because he's 5'11 and wears like cargo
Yeah.
pants and high tops, not cargo
Yeah,
shorts and Nikes.
exactly.
I want the Ash that wore Nikes, bro.
Exactly.
My gosh.
Also, I just like Black and White because I like how like it's the only game that was like, what if everything you're doing is evil? Anyways, back to our normal line of games. It's just
my
like
gosh.
4 games about that, and then they're just like, all right, time to never mention that again.
I think I talked to my uncle Philip about that recently. When I was up there, I saw his DS and 3DS copies of Black and White, and I asked him about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's the best game."
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, he didn't
And
say
so-
very much about it, but I seem to recall him telling me at some point that it was easily the best Pokemon game, which is why they had multiple copies of the SD card lying around.
Yeah, I don't think that's controversial to say that Black and White were kind of peak.
Like, it makes me want to like
think-
really, really play it. I have to figure out how to acquire it.
Honestly, I think that's more of why I don't like X and Y. Or I don't actually dislike them, right? It's like me saying I dislike Fallout 4. Like the 400 hours in the game kind of prove that I don't actually.
Oh, that's what you should do. That's how you hated Fallout 4. You made a video on Fallout 4 and you got so many views on it. You should make a video on X and Y and you'll just blow up again. You should just make videos on the games you actually have disdain towards. That would be so fun.
Yeah,
It's not
and
like,
then you look at my play time like 400. I'm like, I hate this game so much. This is so
Right,
bad.
I
It's
hate
like, what's your final review? I don't know, 7 out of 10. It's like, wait, what?
That's how we do it, man. It's like, oh,
It's
why?
not actually that bad.
You left a negative review on TF2, but you have 300 hours on the game. Why? And I'm like, because it sucks. But I play it because it sucks.
It's awful. No, but I think X and Y is just. I think it's a letdown from Black and White and Black and White 2, and I have nostalgia-filled glasses looking back on Black and White. So it's kind of like a major downgrade. Not even like a major. It's a significant enough downgrade that it bothers me, and all the other generations are kind of far enough removed that it's just like, okay. Like, objectively, I think X and Y is better than some of the later ones. Like,
Right.
What's the sword one? The one for the first one for the Switch. I think those are probably
Uh,
objectively some of the least fun I've had in
hmm.
a Pokemon game, but I don't think about them. I think about X and Y.
That sounds kind of like the Doom franchise, where you have Doom, Doom 2, and then its subsequent releases, and then Doom 64, all in the same format, and then Doom 3 comes out, and it's so different that it just can't live up to the hype that Doom carried for all those years.
Yeah.
Because like it reached such a high point that you can only meet it but never exceed it. And then you're afraid,
Yeah.
and it's either because you're afraid of exceeding it, or you like Valve, where they never finish their projects like Portal, Half-Life, and all that, or you just try your best but it always will fall short because all you did was try, and you never, and you
Yeah.
kind of just like you left the old formula. Like that's the reason why Doom 2 worked so well as when the original Doom was out, because it just stuck to the same formula. It's the same engine with more demons, one extra gun, and like that's it. That's all you need to have an objectively better game. Even
Yeah.
though the map design is objectively worse in that game. I swear, I like Doom 1's maps better than Doom 2. I hate Doom 2's maps so much. But anyways. So like
I don't know.
was it like a steady progression up to Black and White in levels of like good, would you call it?
No. There are definitely stands out. Gold. Every generation before Black and White have their strengths. It wasn't really like a solid progress because I think some of them were better than others, and also just in what they did. Like Platinum, Pearl, and Diamond are kind of considered like really good games, and I believe they remain some of the most expensive ones to this day. But they're kind of mechanically bad. Like out of all the Pokemon games I've ever played, the level scaling is just bad. Like it's just bad to the point where I've played Pearl and I played Platinum, and Platinum came afterward. They changed like XP and what level Pokemon you find for Platinum because it was so bad, and it's still bad. But
Man.
like they're universally beloved. But I think Black and White strike a good balance of being mechanically good. It's never extremely difficult. It's never unfairly difficult. It never forces you to grind. It has a good story, and it has memorable locations. I think that's the bigger issue with some of the earlier ones, like Red and Blue and Gold and Silver. Kind of,
Is Red and Blue the first game for like the NES?
yeah, yeah. But I think they can tend to be a bit forgettable in a way.
Is that because they're just rudimentary in their structure because it's old? Or
Yeah, I think it's because it was just kind of like the first ones. You know, they're testing it out. They really didn't get into a lot of the bigger, more memorable ideas that you'll see in some of the later ones.
right?
I mean, I still
They spent
remember
too
a fair
much
amount
time.
of-
They spent too much time on Super Mario Bros. 3.
Yeah, I think also Black and White has the privilege of being the last real like pixel Pokemon game, like peak sprites. Black and White 2 have the best sprites out of any Pokemon game, in my opinion, because they're the end of the 2D ones, so they don't have the weird 3D ones that are still kind of going through growing pains.
The 3D models I have seen in modern Pokemon games look like they were pulled out of a meat grinder, slapped together,
Yeah, no, I don't
painted,
like them.
plastered and painted, and then called good. Like
Yeah.
it's so stock. It feels like every object in the game, down to the grass you stand on, is made out of Play-Doh.
Yeah, and the worst part is like it's looked like that since X and Y. I don't even know if they've updated textures half the time. I'm like, this looks like how it looked on the 3DS.
Well, the new ones, the new trailers for Pokemon Z, the new game that coming out. I don't remember. Is it like
Yeah.
It doesn't look that different.
It, eh.
It doesn't
I
look
think some more energy was put into it.
maybe a bit more. I don't know. All I know is I have a severe gripe with the new Mario game, that Mario Wonder game.
Uh-huh.
I don't I don't know what I have a problem with, but the character design is lacking and it's very it feels very much like an iPad game. It's
Love iPad games.
it's a toddler game. It's not an actual Mario game. I watched
Let me show you what I just found here. The viewers at home. This is what I just saw. We're gonna send it to Daniel.
Oh gosh. Shut up. It sucks. My
That's what I'm
brothers.
looking at right now.
Oh my gosh. How in the world is that $420?
Because it looks so good.
Oh. Gee whiz.
You're telling me you don't like Elephant Mario?
I hate Elephant Mario. I hate Elephant Mario so much. It's not fun. It's not here's the theory. Here's the thing that I have with the modern Mario games. And I'm going to talk like this because my little brother is building a puzzle over here and yelling at me for not liking the game.
It's not that it's good.
Stop it. You can talk about Pikmin afterwards because he likes
Pikmin.
He likes Pikmin 4. But
All the Pikmin games.
yeah, but
Wait for the next Metroid game.
I forgot that Metroid still exists. I'm terrible.
Yeah, because Nintendo forgot it existed as well.
No, the thing that I have with the modern Mario games as a whole is that the power-ups are never to take away from the core character design. There's supposed to be some elements of the character design that remain. If not his face, then color structure. For example, on New Super Mario Bros. Wii, the two new items that are brought in are the propeller mushroom and the penguin suit. The penguin suit retains the stature of the character while making it very clear that you can see their face and that you know who it is based on other subtleties. The propeller mushroom just basically splats the coat of paint that the character is across the entire character and says, good job. And that's fine because it lets you keep track of it if you're in a multiplayer environment, right? But in a single player environment, like the elephant one, for example, takes away from the core character design and makes the character something different, something that it isn't. Like even in Super Mario Bros. 3 with the Tanuki suit, which remained all the way up until Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS, I believe. The one with the big gold coin power-up that would, like, annihilate levels just to farm coins. That was my favorite game. I don't hear anything about that game anymore. I freaking loved that game, and I hate that it gets no attention. Anyways, the Tanuki suit is very basic. You get ears, you get a tail, it does something, but you retain the character design that you are familiar with. That's kind of the point. The Fire Flower inverts a color scheme and adjusts it. That does something. That's kind of what it's supposed to do. Like, it's supposed to retain that element of it. The penguin suit's kind of pushing it, but at least you can still tell something. Like, the power-ups in this new game make no sense at all from an aesthetic design, and if a similar principle was applied in any other genre of game, like a stinking shooter game, like TF2 with its ridiculous cosmetics and the way you can paint them to look like you're on the opposite team, just to troll your teammates, like, it's stupid. I don't like the design decisions that were put into this new game.
I'm very passionate about these character designs.
I'm an artist. It's very difficult for me to leave my creative brain on backup and just enjoy something. I don't enjoy things very much anymore. I have such high standards, aka I'm just a jerk.
I've lost all enjoyment for things.
Goes back.
I love things so much, I hate them now. How dare they?
That's me. Yep. Can't have nice things anymore. Anyways.
So you're the reason we can't have nice things anymore.
Yes, I am. I am the one. I am
No,
gonna.
I'm fine with it. Seeing people complain about things is funny.
Yeah. Well, it kind of is. I mean, I have watched people enjoy, like, me just have a meltdown before, and it is actually funny to watch people enjoy other people have a meltdown. But, you know, spyglass. Anyways,
Is there even a hole in it?
there's not even a hole. Oh, it's capped. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a thing. Yeah.
Great
Oh!
spyglass.
Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing that was added to my collection as a gift from somebody. So, back in the day, I had an RC car, but not just any RC car, because you know me,
Yeah.
I'm a fanatic for cars. So, of course,
Yeah.
it was a Lightning McQueen RC car, but not just
Of course.
any Lightning McQueen RC car. It was the Lightning Dragon McQueen RC car from the Mater's Tall Tales in the Tokyo. That, yeah, I had it.
Wow, you're really digging deep in Cars lore now.
Yeah, and I had that as a kid, and I drove it to the point of breaking it, and it was like my pride and joy. And while this is not the exact same model, this is like the closest thing you can reasonably get now. And I have it again. It has the same mechanic where it balances on one wheel and just rotates. And when you turn it on, guess what? It's got lights underneath. Look at him. He's beautiful.
Bro, that is amazing.
The one I used to have was actually a darker red, and he had this grimace on his face, which was really funny. And the remote is
Evil Lightning McQueen.
the remote is actually better too, because instead of 3 buttons, which is what it used to be, it was an up button, a down button, and a rotate button for the drift function. It's a steering wheel. And yes, the antenna is loose, but it still works. You push the steering wheel up to go, down to drive backwards, and you turn it like that to actually turn it. It's awesome. And so that's my that was my gift, was this other.
Is it street legal?
It runs at a very luxurious 8 miles an hour.
So too much for the streets.
Too much.
Yeah, too much.
Honestly, I'd get 3 tickets if I brought it out there.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to see this bad boy
It's
on
a very
the freeway.
specific number of tickets.
I may or may not have already gotten them, but you know.
Yeah, I'll get 3 tickets. Judging by the fact that I got 3 tickets last time.
Yes, I got 3 tickets for bringing my RC out on the freeway, but none for crashing my car. But that's because it was out in the middle of nowhere, in the dead of night.
Yeah, nobody drives in the middle of nowhere at the dead of night. It's illegal.
Well, I yeah. you know what they
You're
say.
not allowed to do that.
Do you have a car?
Yeah. No. Dude, I don't make money. My job does not pay me that well. I'm not affording a car right now.
Fair enough, but it's still cool. It is 7-7 in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out. We go to extra innings in a spring training game. Sorry, my dad just entered the room. Oh, now I'm distracted. I want to finish the baseball game.
You're a true American. You actually pay attention to baseball.
I pay attention to hockey this year, bro. I'm really trying my best.
Good. That should be the national sport.
That
I'm
honestly,
a proud Canadian.
it's so funny because the Northern Europeans do hockey better than the Canadians do. Like, have you seen Russian and Swedish and Norwegian hockey?
Yeah, of course they do. They literally... Yeah, of course.
It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, Canadians merely adopted the snow. The Finnish were born in it.
Exactly. Who created the ice skate after all? It was like...
I don't know. I imagine it's existed for a very long time, but it's not particularly that, like,
patented.
technologically advanced of an item.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. Where's my Wikipedia?
It's not even a blade. It's actually just a kind of a balance beam of sorts.
Yep, the Finns were the first to develop it.
Wow. Nice.
Likely.
Cool.
When was this? 2014. So 5,000 years before 2014. So like 3,000 BC.
Wait, where do you get the idea that it was invented that long ago?
Wikipedia. Listen, I am studying to be a historian.
Oh.
You can believe everything you read on Wikipedia.
This man cites Wikipedia as a source in his
I
essays.
do. Yeah.
Like a true college student.
Exactly. Yeah, I totally don't go to like weird, unsecure websites to get like obscure sources that have probably been translated 8 times.
Those were the best, though. Like, you could only get the original text from something that your computer firewall wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, that's why number one step as a historian, turn off your firewall. You need to access.
Yep.
You need to access sketchy areas.
Zero security measures for the sake of progress.
Exactly. If your computer is not trembling in fear with the link you're about to click, that is not an obscure enough source.
That must be why my computer crashes so often. I swear I go through like 3 blue and black screens every single day. It's a problem.
I don't think so. I think it just adds character.
Yes. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This computer has definitely gotten stronger from
Yeah,
memory
your computer is
management.
very strong. If you understand what we mean, it's very strong.
Yes, truly. With that being said, I think we must conclude, for we have hit the 90-minute mark. So
Yeah, 93 miles per hour is how fast I can think of.
anyways,
I'm a very quick thinker.
truly. Speed of thought. Anyways, we hope you have
Yeah.
enjoyed this return to the podcast where hopefully we can do this more frequently and not just disappear again for 5 months like this guy does
Yep.
with his own channel.
We'll see you guys in 6 months. Peace out.
No. We'll record.
I will upload
We'll record the next
within the
episode.
year.
We'll record the next episode tomorrow, but then postpone it until 6 months from now. Just cause.
I wish I had that planning capability, but no. My videos are always finished a day before they go up.
Real.
Sometimes the day of.
Yeah. I have no schedule, bro. I operate at my own whim.
Yeah, I don't have a schedule either. I don't know if you know.
Bro could go a whole year and like he still wouldn't age a day. Like this look
No.
he has is iconic. The only thing that's changed is his voice. I went back to some of those videos that I edited for you. You know that? And I went back and I found them, you see, and I was listening to them and I'm like, I don't remember him ever sounding that young, aka that much like a child. But I guess I guess that comes with time.
Yeah, my buddy John hates the way he sounds in some of those older videos, and I send them to him.
The Misfortunes
them. It's
of
great.
Billy Bob is still my favorite video
Yeah.
you've ever made.
No, it was the most painful thing.
Oh, dude,
That
you
was
return Billy Bob just for me, man, for old time's sake.
He'll be like a weird cameo I bring in every few videos,
Absolutely.
and just never explain it.
Yeah. What we should do is run that video through an AI voice generator, and we could get Billy Bob as AI voice so that he can feature, and like it could be younger you with older you.
Yeah, that sounds awful. That sounds truly terrible.
This is the most cursed thing you could do. But Miguel, the future is in AI. What do you mean?
The future is in people pretending to be AI. It's going to be
Truly.
the next big thing.
Absolutely.
It's going to be like AI, but just I.
Just to wrap it up, are you on X at all? Or Twitter, I
No.
suppose. Okay.
On Twitter.
Darn, you should be. Because OpenAI
I don't want
released...
to go to that cesspit.
No, it's better now. Because it looks
No,
different.
it's not. No,
It's
don't give me that.
I'm such a stan. Oh. Anyways, the reason I say you should be on there is because OpenAI released Sora. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, I did.
It's that video generator thing. Did you see the Minecraft videos that it generates?
Yeah, I saw some of them. It's cringe.
Oh my gosh,
Do it yourself.
I got motion sickness just from watching it. It was terrible. That is all I wanted to say. Is to conclude this episode, Sora is terrible. Don't use it. Maybe in the next 10
remember,
years.
kids, you can make bad videos without the help of AI.
Amen to that. With that, we hope you have enjoyed our own bad video labeled episode 20.
22.
Is 22?
No, I'm like 90% sure that's wrong.
I thought it was 26, but I don't remember. Episode 20 something of the Idiots on the Airwave podcast. We hope you have enjoyed, and it appears that some team has won the baseball game. I don't know which team won the baseball game, but
It's the Chicago Bears.
that's a football team.
That's what you think.
All right. Well, we'll see you all later. Bye.